Habs come again, reach shot, score! That was pretty cool. Evans, shorthanded, some room for him to cut in. Jake Evans, score! Hits the shredder. Arber Xhekaj, score! Arber Xhekaj rips it home!
That was a crazy game. It was cool, but it was a little bit, I don't know, dirty, but exciting. Exciting for both teams. And what the heck is that? Yeah, it was exciting. It had pretty much everything you wanted. Detroit, though, I don't know what to think about you guys. I haven't been able to watch you for a little while. I remember last season rooting for you near the end of the season because the Habs weren't making it. But a few of your players, they changed my mind tonight. I'll get to that. But first, I'll have to do something that one person in my comments really doesn't like. Can you please subscribe? I'm begging you. I'm not begging people to subscribe. I'd like you to subscribe. I mean, it's good practice to ask people to subscribe at the start of the video. Sometimes people forget. Like I forget to like a video if I like it, or save a video if it's something I want to watch later. Yeah, I'm just asking you to subscribe if you want to. I'm doing you a favor, right? We're at like 6,300 subscribers. Can we make 7,000 subscribers before the new year? That would be tough. But I'm going to try to make a bunch of videos over the holiday season. I'm off, so I'm going to kind of keep you company over the holiday season. So yeah, subscribe. So let's talk about this game. We start where we always start, the lineup. And it's going to look a lot like last game with one important change. So we have Caulfield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky, Newhook, Doc, Laine, Anderson, Dvorak, Gallagher, Heineman, Evans, and Armia. Here's where things get mixed up a little. We have Hudson and Matheson, Gooley, and Carrier. What's different here? Who's different? Who's new? Then we have Xhekaj, Savard, and finally goaltenders Montembeault. Montembeault, of course, was very important in net like he always is. He blocked 25 shots. It was a very business-like game. I mean, he didn't blow anybody's mind, but he saved 5 shots that were really important, could have changed the game. That's what you need to see from Montembeault. Actually, there was something crazy. I'll talk about that later that Montembeault did. So we'll touch on that a little bit later. So the puck drops. It's fast. It's frenetic. Both teams are trying to figure each other out. It's fun to watch. Exciting. Who's going to score first?
There are 2 left-handed guys. Johansson, not overly experienced. Habs come again. Right shot, score!
That's right. It's Emil Heineman scoring his 7th goal of the season. I'm going to spoil things a little bit for you. He gets another point this game, and that makes 12 points altogether, putting him tied for 7th place for rookies in points. That means he's tied with Cutter Gauthier. For all the fuss they put up about Cutter Gauthier, you have a player that was picked 43 overall in the 2nd round, keeping pace with him with 4 less minutes a night, essentially. So what happens when Montreal comes out strong and has all the momentum? Well, they give up a goal, of course.
Time by Montembeault. Able to shut down Sherrod, who labeled one. Kicked aside. Patrik Laine, score!
Hated watching this one. Hated watching it because Hudson gives up the puck here. Hudson, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be the one that brings balance to the force.
You were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy this Sith, not join them.
It's at this point that something weird happens, and I'm not even going to try to explain it. Just check it out.
Placed it behind the net. Now sits a weird one, and Montembeault, I think, made the stop.
The puck lands on the back of his neck, and I think that Gooley is screaming, "Don't move," because I think Montembeault thinks the puck is in his glove. Well, his glove is in the net, so it would be a goal. Shortly after this, Doc takes a bad penalty. I say bad because I don't even think that his stick makes contact with Ben Chiarot. Is this going to be one of those games where it's Montreal versus the Detroit Red Wings and the referees? Spoilers again. Yes, it is. But it backfires. The referees must be furious. They're probably losing tons of money on their betting apps.
That was pretty cool. Evans, shorthanded, some room for him to cut in. Jake Evans, score!
So the Canadiens kill off that penalty to Doc, but they're ahead of goal, so you know what that means. Yeah, you can't go into the second period ahead of goal. I think this goal was actually credited to Joe Veleno, but the entire game they were saying how, of course, Jeff Petrie scored on his former team. Yeah, looking in the app, it's still credited to Veleno. It definitely looked tipped in front. There was opportunities in the second period. The two teams were still kind of looking like they were testing each other and finding out where they could find some mistakes. Patrik Laine finds his guy, who is Mo Seider, and he's following him around the offensive zone. Laine is reaching around with his stick, and Seider falls like a sack of potatoes. This is some real soft stuff, and it continues with Mo Seider. Habs kill off that penalty like no problem. I don't even think that Detroit spends the majority of the time in the O-zone. Again, still in the second period, Seider is dishing it out to Juraj Slafkovsky, but when Slav gets in front of the net and positions himself, he gives Seider a bump in the back and Seider drops like a soccer player. At this point, Detroit is really kind of looking like the villains of this game, and it's no wonder their coach looks like Gru from Despicable Me. That's going to do it for the second period. Not much in terms of point action, but an interesting period nonetheless. Tied at 2. In the third period, Rasmussen opens things up to give Detroit their first lead of the game. And excuse me, this goal was credited to Tyler Mott. That's Mott's second goal of the season. At 8:42 in the third period, Arber Xhekaj is going to finally get his first goal of the season.
It's the trailer. Arber Xhekaj score! Arber Xhekaj rips it home!
And behind that play, we don't see it, but Patrik Laine high sticks Jake Evans in the face and then punches him. The referee is literally standing right there watching it, but no call. What's going on with this one, guys? That's bad enough. But then a few minutes later, Jake Evans is slashed again on the wrist. No call. Then a few minutes after that, Heineman is tripped along the boards. No call. Finally, Lane Hutson is going to make up for basically 2 goals that were his fault, hate to say it, and draw a penalty. The power play gets going, and guess what?
Field on a 3-game point streak. Hudson, Laine, one-timer tip, score!
The Habs are now up 4-3 on that Laine Hudson fusion. Caulfield is also credited with a point. Laine breaks Seider's stick here with his shot, and you can see him moping his way back to the bench, looking like a kid who dropped his snow cone. The refs then miss a too many men call on Detroit. And it's at this point you just begin to wonder, it's very eerie. How are the refs so consistently bad? They're not being bribed. They're not purposefully being bad for some reason. They're just bad. They need to go through training or something. There's another like historically bad call tonight. I'm not even going to talk about it, but I might do a video about it. So again, subscribe. We're now in the race to the final minutes, and can the Habs hold on to win this game? They're battling. Montreal takes a penalty. Detroit isn't able to capitalize on the penalty. They get a couple of shots in there. About 2 minutes left, they pull the goalie. There's some scrambling here and there. No real great chances for Detroit. Montembeault decides to freeze the puck with 1.4 seconds left. The puck is dropped with 1.4 seconds left. Jake Evans goes down on the puck, and as a reward, Dylan Larkin punches him in the face. Pretty great way to end this game, because they're going to meet again tomorrow night, and I wonder if the sheriff is going to come out. So that's the end of the game. The Habs win 4-3. Really entertaining game, fun game to watch. The one thing I realized I didn't talk about is Alex Carrier. He did some things and some stuff this game. How many shots did he get in? He got 2 shots on goal. He played 18, almost 19 minutes. A block, a hit, and he ended +1. Let's hear it for Carrier. Yeah, what else did I think about that game? That's pretty much it. I'm not going to spend any more time on this. I think that this video is long enough. It's a lot of talking about all the missed calls, which was another theme of the night. But I'm excited for the game tomorrow. I think that there's a little bit of bad blood created from this game. Jake Evans was taking some shots, so we'll have to see. I just wanted to update you on a very important bit of business. The Poutine poll. You guys have been dynamite on this. Lots of recommendations for Poutine. Lots of very passionate people about Poutine. One individual in particular, I don't have his name up right now, but I'll post the comment here if I can find it. I mean, it almost reads like a poem. Just one sec, I'll find it now. His name is Kaniwak. Hope I'm saying that right. And in response to me asking what the best poutine is, and he says, no one is saying what the best poutine is, because any one of us could say La Banquise or Poutineville, but the universally correct answer is that it's the small greasy hole in the wall establishment closest to where you live, wherever that be, a Belle Pro, Valentine, Lafleur, or whatever no-name shop you're lucky enough to know about. It is fundamentally a dirty working class food, and we're all better served remembering the fact that it's food from our roots, and our roots are in the dirt. Like, I have goosebumps reading that. That comment goes so hard. It's making me crave a poutine. I hope all you guys are doing all right. That's gonna do it for me. I'm almost on holidays. I have to work a couple of days next week, which is really lame. But I'm gonna put up some videos. I'm gonna recap the video tomorrow night. And I don't know if you have any ideas for videos you want to see, put them in the comments. Yeah, I hope you're doing really well. Hope that you're excited for the holiday season. Hope that you have good friends and family around. But I'll be around to talk about the Habs, talk about hockey. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you down below in the comments.